Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like Him. With Him we win. He's our champion. With Him we can't lose. We always win. He's our champion. Yahuwah is the awesome Yah. There's none like Him. With Him we win. He's our champion. With Him we can't lose. We always win. He's our champion. Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. always win. You're our champion. Oh, Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Oh, Yahuwah is the awesome Yah. There is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there's none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Oh, Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Oh, Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Oh, Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. We can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Oh, Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Oh, Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Oh, Yahuwah is the awesome Yah, and there is none like you. With you we win. You're our champion. With you we can't lose. We always win. You're our champion. Oh, hallelujah. Great rising, our Gilbrook family, as we gather together this morning, our Yom Commission Day 5, a time that we've come to make our petition and return to Abba Yahuwah and to Torah him for yet another day to be in the land of the living, to offer unto him thanks and to give him all the esteem and the praise. As we stand before him this morning, let us give him thanks for the Torah. Let us Baruch the Torah. Repeat with me. Baruch Yahuwah.
Baruch Yahuwah.
The Baruch one.
The Baruch one.
Baruch is Yahuwah.
Baruch is Yahuwah.
The Baruch one.
The Baruch one.
for all eternity.
For all eternity.
Baruch atah,
Baruch atah,
Yahuwah,
Yahuwah,
our Supreme One,
our Supreme One,
King of the universe,
King of the universe,
who selected us from all the peoples,
who selects from all the people,
and gave us his Torah.
and gave us his Torah.
Baruch atah,
Baruch atah,
Yahuwah,
Yahuwah,
giver of the Torah,
giver of the Torah.
and it is so.
And it is so.
Baruch atah,
Baruch atah,
Yahuwah,
Yahuwah,
our Supreme One,
our Supreme One,
King of the universe,
King of the universe,
who gave us the Torah of truth,
who gave us the Torah of truth,
and implanted eternal life
and implanted eternal life
within us.
within us.
Within us.
Within us.
Baruch atah,
Baruch atah,
Yahuwah,
Yahuwah,
giver of the Torah,
giver of the Torah.
and it is so.
And it is so.
And it is so. Yahusha, the son of Nun, chapter 1, verses 7 and 8. Only be you strong and very courageous, that you may observe to do according to all the Torah, which Moshe, my servant, commanded you. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that you may prosper wherever you go. Let us repeat this together, as I have tailored it to fit a time of confession. I will not let this book of the Torah
I will not let this book of the Torah
depart from my mouth,
depart from my mouth,
but I shall meditate in it
but I shall meditate in it
day and night,
day and night,
that I may observe to do
that I may observe to do
according to all that is written in it.
according to all that is written in it.
For then I shall make my way prosperous
And then I shall make my way prosperous,
and act wisely.
and act wisely,
And act wisely.
and act wisely.
Now look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, and you shall act wisely. And you shall act wisely. Look at your other neighbor and tell your other neighbor, and you shall act wisely. And you shall act wisely. Now place your hand over your heart and say, Abba Yahuwah,
I'll be able,
I shall act wisely.
I shall act wisely.
No, I shall act wisely.
I shall act
One
wisely.
more time, I shall act wisely.
I shall act wisely.
And it is so.
And it is so.
And it is so. Luke 18 and 1. Men ought to always pray and not faint. It's important that we understand as we look at the Bidum of Debra, Hayamim, Bet, 7 and 14, which is Chronicles 7 and 14. Excuse me. And it reads, if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray, and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from Shemaim, and will forgive their sins, and will heal their land. Now mine eyes shall be open, and my ears attentive to the prayer that is made in this place. For now have I chosen and set apart this house, that my name may be there forever, and my eyes and my heart shall always be there. And it is so. And it is so. Devarim, chapter 6, verses 1 through 14. And it is so. These are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which Yahuwah your power commanded to teach you, that you might do them in the land where you are going to enter and possess it, that you might fear Yahuwah your power to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command you, you and your son and your grandson, all the days of your life, that your days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Yisrael, and observe to do it, that it may be well with you, and that you may increase mightily, as Yahuwah power of your Abbas has promised you in the land that flows with milk and honey. Hear, O Yisrael, Yahuwah our Supreme One, Yahuwah is a God. Shema Yisrael, Yahuwah is our Savior, Yahuwah is one. And you shall love Yahuwah your power, your Supreme One, with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your might. And these words which I command you this day shall be in your heart. And you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your bed, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. You shall write them upon the posts of your bed and on your gates. Verse 10, and it shall be when Yahuwah your power has brought you into the land which he swore unto your Abbas, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Yaakov, to give you great and goodly cities which you did not build. Verse 11, and houses full of all good things, which you filled not, and wells dug, which you did not dig, vineyards and olive trees, which you did not plant. When you shall have eaten and be full, then beware, lest you forget Yahuwah, which brought forth out of the land of Mitzrayim. From the bed of slavery, you shall fear Yahuwah your power and serve him, and shall swear by his name. You shall not go after other power of the power of the people which are around about you. For Yahuwah your power is a jealous power among you, lest the anger of Yahuwah your power be kindled against you and destroy you from off the face of the earth. And it is so. And it is so. Tehillim 63 and 1, our foundational scripture. This morning's prayer. Tehillim 63. O power, you are my power. Early will I seek you, my soul thirsts for you. My flesh longs for you in a dry and thirsty land where no mayim is, to see your power and your beauty, so as I have seen you in the sanctuary. Because your loving kindness is better than life, my lips shall praise you. Thus will I baruch you while I live. I will lift up my hands in your prayer. My soul shall be satisfied as with marrow and fatness, and my mouth shall praise you with joyful lips. When I remember you upon my bed and meditate on you in the night watches, because you have been my help. Therefore in the shadow of your wings will I rejoice. My soul pursues you. Your right hand upholds me. But those that seek my soul to destroy it shall go into the lower parts of the earth. They shall fall by the sword. They shall be eaten by the jackals. But the king shall rejoice in power. Everyone that swears by him shall see beauty. But the mouth of them that speak lies shall be stopped. And it is so. And it is so. And it is so. As we've gathered together this morning to go before Abba Yahuwah to make our petition and request known this morning, let us join our belief as we go before the throne of mercy. Abba Yahuwah, as we stand before you this morning, before the breaking of day, before we make any kind of executive decisions and choices, we come acknowledge the author and finisher of our belief. We ask that you forgive us of our sin. We ask that you blot out our transgressions. We ask that this will be a day of new beginnings, that it be a day of reconciliation unto us, your people. As we stand before you this morning, we ask that you would have your way in our lives. We ask that you would refresh us, revive us, renew us in our belief. As we stand before you this day, a new day, a day we've not seen before, a day that we anticipate and expect a mighty move of your Ruach Kodesh. I ask this morning that you will unite us as a family and as a nation of believers, that our lives will speak volumes and we will be the example of what it means to be the children of power. I ask on this morning that you will refresh and revive and restore and bring the belief of the Torah to the hearts and minds of your people that are in Biafra. I pray for mercy for them on this morning. I pray for mercy for your people scattered to the four ends of the extremities. I pray this morning that we will be united by our belief in you, in the Torah. As we stand before you this morning, I pray for those that are in Baltimore, Maryland. I pray for those that are in Washington, D.C., those that are in Florida, those that are in Dallas, Texas, for those that are in Atlanta, Georgia, Macon, Georgia, for those that are in Augusta, Georgia, for those that are in South and North Carolina, for those that are in Arizona, for those that are in Arkansas, for those that are in the desert And for those that are in Yisrael, those that are in Germany, those that are in Paris and the UK and France, I pray for those, Abba Yahuwah, for your people, our people that are spread abroad, for those that are standing in that need, in a mighty need of prayer and a need of deliverance and salvation. I pray this morning for your hand of authority and power to reach down and deliver and bring forth your people this hour and this season. I pray this morning, Abba Yahuwah, that your people would stay focused, that we would stay focused and vigilant and sober, and that we not be intoxicated and drunk by the cares of this life and by the very things that it continues to throw at us and even offer us in a very subtle way. I ask, Abba Yahuwah, that you would keep us on our toes, that you help us to maintain our course of action and our consistency, that we dare not be snared and caught up in the pitfalls and in the traps of the enemy. For you said you have us ignorant concerning the devices of Shaitan. And as we stand before you this morning, a day that the world, many in this world would celebrate the pagan holiday of Thanksgiving. As we stand before you this morning, set apart and separate, having no dealings and having no connection with this time. Yet we pray for our families and our people that are still yet indulging in this time, that are still yet finding this time a celebration, but yet shunning the very feast that you have called for us, that we may live and that we may celebrate and commemorate what you have done unto our people. Abba Yahuwah, I pray that this would be a day of reckoning, a day of awakening, that your people would rise up and wake up and know the truth. For you said, we shall know the truth, and the truth shall make us free. As we stand before you this morning, Abba Yahuwah, we come crying out for the deliverance of our people, the people of Yisrael. For you are our Savior, you are our King, and there is none beside you. And as we stand before you this morning, we come lifting up our families. We come lifting up those that are in need. For those of us that have family incarcerated, I pray, Abba Yahuwah, that you would keep them out of that diabolical lie of Christianity. I pray that they would turn to you, the author and finisher of their belief, and they will remember your truth as we have continually given it unto them. I pray this day, Abba Yahuwah, for those that are longing for family and for those that are in feeling depressed and feeling all out, done and out with because they have no family and because they feel like they don't have everything they wanted for today. I pray today that truth would find them and that they would open up their hearts to receive truth. I pray this morning that truth will enter in to those that will sit down today and be partakers of this holiday. I pray on today that your truth would rush in and bring them to a place that they will begin to acknowledge you and you alone. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, that the power and the love of Yahushua will begin to pull and begin to pull and snatch our family and friends out of this lie and out of this paganism. I pray on this morning, Abba Yahuwah, that you would strengthen your people and that you would give us life and that more abundantly. I pray that you would touch the minds and regulate the hearts and that you would encourage the soul to continue to push on in truth. I pray this morning for the families, those that will be divided this morning, for those of us that are walking in truth and many spouses and many family members that are walking in error as they begin to discuss and begin to come to this pivotal moment in their lives. I pray that there be no confusion. I pray that this will be a day of truth and a day of reckoning, that families will be united, not because they're celebrating, but because they have made a conscious decision to walk away from this time. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, that the light of Yahushua would shine forth through the lives of your people, and that lives will be brought forth into truth. I pray this morning, Abba Yahuwah, that you would breathe in us and on us, and that you would immerse us in your truth. I pray this morning, Abba Yahuwah, that you would give your people strength. And for those of us that know that it's not right, and we continue to walk away and cry loud and spare not, strengthen us, your people, from the crown of our heads to the very sole of our feet, that we will continue to move on. For those that are making this the first year without celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas, let it not be as though it's a loss, but let them celebrate in knowing the truth that the feast what you have given unto us, celebrate and to give thanks and to commemorate our lives in you. Abba Yahuwah, in the precious name of Yahushua Mashiach, let this be a time that families will come together and resolve their issues because they realize this is not that what you have called for us to do, and that's to celebrate this day. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, for those that will continue to be hard-hearted and really just push the issue that they don't want to change. For the family member that feels outside and feels alone and estranged because they know truth and don't want to follow in that what has been presented for this day. I pray that you would undergird them and strengthen them from their very core, that they will stand and not give in, that they will stand and not give in to the ways of the enemy, that they will continue to remain set apart. And though they may be part of the family, they don't have to indulge in the family practices. I pray that you would strengthen them and that you would give them that peace, that shalom in their heart and minds as they continue to say no to the ways of paganism. I pray this morning, Abba Yahuwah, that you would do a great thing in your people in the mighty name of Yahushua HaMashiach. I pray for increase in the lives of your people as we continue to set our lives apart and separate ourselves from the enemy and from the world. I pray that enlarge our territory for those that are entrepreneurs and desire to be entrepreneurs. I pray that you would empower our hands that we may do what you have given unto us to do. But to bring forth businesses that can help us as a family and as a people. I pray this morning for those that have businesses that you would enlarge their territory, stretch out their borders, bring forth the financial increase, that they're able to buy more material, that they're able to do the things they need to do to move forward. For those that are ready to come off those jobs, I pray that you would empower them and that you would root them with the finances, that they're able to be their own boss and be able to make their own hours. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, this morning for those that have finances that have been caught up for years, that this would be a time of release. Abba Yahuwah, in the blessed name of Yahushua HaMashiach, I pray, Abba Yahuwah, for your people, those that are hungry and thirsty after rightness. For you said in Matthew Yahu that if we hunger and thirst after uprightness, we shall be filled. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, for your will to be manifested in our lives. I pray for those that are sick in their bodies, for those that are wrestling with high blood pressure, for sugar diabetes, for those that are wrestling with lupus, for those that are wrestling with obesity, for those that are wrestling with Abba Yahuwah, afraid that if they eat, that they would begin to gain weight. For those that are wrestling with confusion and a delusion, a lying ruah, that I pray this morning that you will break it off of their lives. For those that are anorexic, not just physically, but also in their soul. For those that are obese in their soul because they are gluttons and just eating and eating and eating whatever is presented to them. I pray this morning, Abba Yahuwah, that you will begin to go in their lives and you will begin to show them the proper way to eat, the proper way not just to eat what is physical, but to eat what is for our ruah, that we would eat the right things and that we would not eat everything that's presented, though it may smell good and be even tantalizing, but that we will look into the perfect instructions of liberty, which is the Torah, and we will begin to seek you through your instructions that we may live to live again, and that we may know how to judge according to the scriptures that what is right and that what is wrong. For those that have a fear of being taken advantage of, I pray this morning that you will begin to guide them through your truth. Because you said you gave us a confidence and you gave us this assurance that we don't have to fear. We don't have to fear because you are our rock and you are our redeemer. You are our confidant. You are our consolation. And as we come to you this morning, I pray for those that are afraid of being taken advantage, that you would ease their heart and that you would show them through the Torah that we don't have to be afraid. But when we try the Ruah, by the Ruah, that we will see and know that it is of you because we have taken your Torah and we have used the Torah as the plumbing line or as the line to judge that what we hear and that what we continually hear. I pray this morning, Abba Yahuwah, for deliverance for your people, deliverance of the mind, the heart, and the ruach, that we will find ourselves being made complete and whole in you. I pray this morning for the families, those that are in delusion and those that are in a place, in a state of confusion and divided. I pray that shalom would be in their home this morning. I pray that shalom would be with them this morning, and that they would come and reconcile husbands and wives and emas and papas and children and grandchildren. I pray this morning that reconciliation would take place while others are cooking turkey and dressing and pies and cakes, that we will be calling on you and it will be about your business, Abba Yahuwah. I pray this morning for those, as this is their first journey, that temptation would not take them out of the race, that they would not be tempted above what they are able to handle, but that when it becomes that hard, that they will find themselves moving out of the way, and that you will secure them in their heart and in their ruach, that they would know that they're able to stand, that they would know that they're able to be in that midst and not be partakers of this day. Oh, Abba Yahuwah, in the mighty name of Yahushua Amashiach, give your people shalom this morning. Give us confidence and boldness to declare and to decree unto your people that what is right and that what is wrong. Help us to cry loud and spare not. Lift up our voices as a trumpet and show Yaakov, show Yisrael his sin, and Yaakov his transgressions. As we stand before you this morning, wash us from the crown of our head to the sole of our feet. Wash us inside and out. Wash our minds that our thoughts would be pleasing unto you. Wash us that whatever we put our hands to do and offer to you would be acceptable. Abba Yahuwah. I pray for those that had to go to work on today, for those that had to go and continue to go. I pray for the safety of your people, for those that are on their way to work and those that are still at work. I pray that you would keep them this day. I pray that their heart and minds not fail them as they continue to move forward and move closer to you. Oh, Abba Yahuwah, the closer we get to you, the more you make us see truth unveiled. We told you for this, and we love you for showing us your truth. We were caught in a world of sin. We were blinded and deaf to truth. Now as we are awakened, we told you for waking us up and giving us life, and that more abundantly. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, this day that you will secure your people and that you will fortify us. I pray for those that have found themselves in a dry space, a dry spot, a dry spell in their businesses, in their writing, those that are writers and those that have business plans. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, that you would send forth your rain, that you would send forth the rain to moisten their lives, Abba Yahuwah. For those that have loved ones that are in a hospital, I pray this morning that you would give them healing and that it be a testimony of your greatness unto us, your people. I pray for those that have lost loved ones this week. I pray for their heart that it dare not be too heavy. I pray this morning that you will give your people confidence, and those that are grieving over the loss of a loved one, that you will comfort them this hour and this season. Let their hearts be comforted. Comfort them as you comfort us, your children. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, for the guidance and instructions, and for those of us that have work on our mind today, to work and to do what we need to do to fortify what it is you have given unto us. I pray for strength. I pray for strength and mobility. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, for your will to be done in us and through us, as we are already celebrating the beginning of our new year, already been in our new year for 2 to 3 months. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, that you will continue to move us forward, lead and guide us, that you will continue to instruct us, and as we continue to look unto you, the author and finisher of our belief, fortify us this day, fortify us this morning. I pray for increase. I I pray, Yahuwah, that you will cause us, your people, our people, to come together like never before. I pray that there will be such a clarion call for unity that we cannot brush it off and we cannot shun it. I pray that there will be such a clarion call for your people, that we would hear it in our dreams, that we would hear it in our sleep, that we would hear it in our praise and worship, that we would hear it in our study time. As you continue to mobilize us and as you continue to raise us up, I pray that we would not discriminate, that there would not be discrimination, and they would not discriminate in the gender, but that we will rise up and we will be one voice, one people, with one purpose, and that is to esteem you and to bring the prostituting sheep of Yasrael back home by the persona, the good news that Yahushua came and brought forth unto us. I pray this morning, Abba Yahuwah, that you would breathe on us, that you would revive us, refresh us, as we continue to come unto you. Help us never to allow the Torah to depart out of our mouths, that we will be able to meditate on it no matter where we are, and that we would speak it, and that it will continue to open doors and lead and guide us. I pray for those that have communities on Facebook and Instagram and Google Plus. I pray that this would be a season and a time that we will focus on unity and focus on coming together. Let it be that we continually focus on coming together, putting aside our differences and allowing ourselves to be united under the power and in the love of Yahuwah through his son, Yahushua HaMashiach. I pray as you continue to expand Messengers of Yahuwah's Kingdom of Great Belief Ministries in South Carolina, that you would give us a voice in these other cities, in Kentucky, in the UK, in Florida, in Georgia, in North Carolina, in Charleston, in Baltimore, that you would give us a voice, and that as we continue to call your people, our people home, and call them back to truth, I pray for every city that will have a believer rise up and begin to walk in truth, that you would have a people ready to receive them as the midwife is ready to catch the baby up and scoop the baby up and deliver the baby into the hands of the imam. I pray this morning that for everyone that will walk into truth this day, that there will be someone there to catch them and to usher them into your truth continuously. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, these things in the mighty name of Yahushua HaMashiach. I pray for your people. I pray for your people. I pray that we will stay focused and that we will stay vigilant and that we will be mindful and conscious of your will for our lives. That we dare not forget what it is that you have called us to and called us to. In the mighty name of Yahushua HaMashiach, I pray this morning, Abba Yahuwah, for strength. For strength for your people. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, for love, that love unceasing, that we would not lose heart and we would not lose hope and that we would not lose what it is that you desire for us, that you've given unto us this day. In the mighty name of Yahushua HaMashiach, for those that are coming in the truth, for those that are debating and vacillating because they are truly afraid that what they are hearing, they know it's true, but they are afraid of losing. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, that you would touch their hearts and that they would know without a shadow of a doubt this day, that if they don't turn to you, that it'll be a greater punishment for them knowing the truth and failing not to adhere to it. I pray, Yahuwah, that you will continue to give your people strength, to give us strength, as we continue to fight the good fight of belief this day. Help us that are traveling, going to our destinations and going to our place of operation, going to our places today to have business and to be about our daily choice, that you will allow our leaving to be prosperous and safe without incident, accident, and that you would keep us. I pray for the NYK team. I pray that you will continue to baruch us as a team, keep us close, keep us continually holding up the bloodstained banner. Help us to always remember that it is you that have given us the wisdom and given us the ability to move forward and to love you without partiality. Help that love and that anointing never to be destroyed and never to be broken. Continue to add to us daily, such as needs to be born again. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, in the mighty name of Yahushua HaMashiach. I pray for those that are desiring to have loved ones, those that are fighting to get loved ones because the conditions they are in are deplorable and they are not healthy and they are just not the best condition for their babies, their grandbabies. I pray this morning that wisdom would prevail and that if it is your will for them to have them, that you would open up the door, that the judge would see fit to give them over to them. And if not, that they would stay with that parent or that family member that is best suited for them to be with. I pray for those children and family members and families that are missing. I pray, Abba Yahuwah, that they will be found. For the babies that are missing, for the adults that are missing, I pray that you will cause them to be found. And let it be a testimony of your goodness for saving and bringing deliverance to your people. In the mighty name of Yahushua HaMashiach. And it is so. And it is so. Devarim chapter 11 verses 13 through 21. And it shall come to pass, if you listen carefully to my commandments, which I command you this day, to love Yahuwah your power, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul, that I will give you the rain of your land in his due season, the first rain and the latter rain, that you may gather in your corn and your wine and your oil. And I will send grass in your fields for your cattle, that you may eat and be full. Take heed to yourselves that your heart be not deceived, and you turn aside and serve other power and worship them. Verse 17, and then Yahuwah's wrath be ignited against you, and he shut up Shemayim, that there be no rain, and that the land yield not her fruit, unless you perish quickly from off the good land which Yahuwah gives you. Therefore shall you lay up these words of mine in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes. And you shall teach them your children, speaking of them when you sit in your bed, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. And you shall write them upon the doorposts of your bed and upon your gates, that your days be multiplied, and the days of your children in the land which Yahuwah swore unto your fathers to give them as the days of Shemayim upon the earth. For if you shall carefully keep all these commandments which I command you to do them, to love Yahuwah your power, to walk in all his power, and to cling unto him. And it is so.
And it is so.
And it is so. As we stand before Abba Yahuwah, let us have our song, and then we're going to come back with our final scripture. And it is so.
And it is so.
We have come this far, I believe, leaning on Yahuwah, trusting in the Torah. He's never failed me yet. Can't turn around. From this far, I believe. We have come this far, I believe. Leaning on Yahuwah, trusting in the Torah. He's never failed me yet. Can turn around
is an abomination, hateful and exceedingly offensive unto you, Abba Yahuwah, but the prayer of the upright, it is your delight. And it is so.
And it is so.
Yehukin and Aleph, chapter 5, verse 4 and 5, for whatsoever is born of Yahuwah overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our belief. Who is he that overcometh the world? But he that believeth that Yahusha is the son of Yahuwah. Yehukin and Aleph, chapter 2, verse 5 and 6. But whoever keeps his word, truly the love of Yahuwah is perfected in him. By this we know that we are in him. Verse 6, he who says he abides in him ought himself also to walk just as he walked. Verse 17, and the world passes away and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of Yahuwah abideth forever. Somebody abideth forever.
Abide forever.
And it is so.
And it is so.
As we've come to this place, let us bow before our King and let us recite these final words of this morning prayer. May the utterance of my mouth,
May the utterance of my mouth
and the deliberation of my heart,
and the deliberation of my heart
be desirable before you,
be desirable before you,
O Yahuwah,
O Yahuwah,
my rock
my rock
and my redeemer.
and my redeemer.
May the utterance of my mouth
May the utterance of my mouth
and the deliberation of my heart
and the deliberation of my heart
be desirable before you,
be desirable before you,
O Yahuwah,
O Yahuwah,
my rock
my rock
and my redeemer.
and my redeemer.
And it is so.
And it is so.
We have just recited Hymn 1950, and with those words we want to say to you, may Yahuwah continue to keep you out this day, keep your head up, keep your shoulders squared, and keep your heart and your feet in and upon the Torah. I want to say to you, we love you and we are praying with you and for you. I want you to know that you are the set apart people of Yahuwah. You are chosen, and he chose us because he chose us. And so therefore we accept him choosing us, and we are grateful and thankful for all that he's doing unto us and for us. I would say once again, stay focused, continue to keep your heart and your mind in and upon the Torah, continue to read, continue to study. And I want to say to those of you that may be in homes and be with family that may be celebrating this day that they have called Thanksgiving. Just because they celebrate it doesn't mean that you have to partake of it. One of the things you must remember, you don't have to argue, you don't have to debate. Just stand your ground and continue to do and be who Yahuwah has called you to be. And that's set apart. And it is so.
And it is so.
Once again, I want to say to you, we love you, we're praying with you, and we're praying for you. On tomorrow night, Yahuwah willing, we will be in service at 7:45 in our Yom Shishi Day 6 class, our pre-Sabbath class. I want to invite you to be a part of what we're doing. I want to say once again, I pray that this will be a day of reckoning and awakening our people. Remember, keep your head up, keep your shoulders squared, and keep your heart and your feet in and upon the Torah. I am Prophetess Sabrina Brown, also Moral 777, and I am the leader of Messengers of Yahuwah's Kingdom of Great Belief Ministries located in South Carolina. I want you to remember here at Messengers of Yahuwah's Kingdom of Great Belief, Kingdom of Great Belief Ministries in South Carolina. This is the place where the Torah does the body good. Until next time, may Abba Yahuwah Baruch Atah and keep you in home until we meet again. I also want you to remember that you've been touched by Champion TV. This is the place where the champions reside. And it is so.